Why do we even have testicles? 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 Why? Shit's funny, right? Woo! Here it is, ladies and men, or whatever. Welcome to the Dynamite Gizmo podcast, everyone. Episode 156. Whoa! Did you say 156? Yeah, I did. Now, that's a lot, but it's not yet enough. It's not enough yet, you see, because here's today's card. It's tradition around here to show you the card, but it's not tradition to show you what's on the card, but you'll find out anyway because we talk about it. All right? 156 episodes. You know what that means. It's gravy train. From here on out, we're hopping on that gravy train, and we are taking the express rail all the way to fun times. You feel me? Hold on a second here. Do we got the... No, the audio's right. Is the audio right? Hold on. I gotta just test something here. Don't show this.
Okay, I never...
It's working. It's working. It's working. It's working. It's working, dude! Okay? Let me tell you something. Yeah, go ahead. 200. I'm just pretending there's someone here because it would be nice to have a guest, right? Wouldn't it? I could fit a guest right here. I'd have to move this over to here so it didn't block their face. But I could fit a guest right here. They would fit. They could fit. They can fit. If I fit here, they can fit here. I can zoom out. I can do some stuff. But the problem is, would that be stupid having a guest like right here? Because you want it to be face to face. I guess it doesn't matter. There's podcasts where people sit side by side. And you know what? I don't have any room. So even if I wanted to do face to face, I mean, we could potentially make it happen. But then the other person would have to turn around every time they wanted to see what was on screen. I need another microphone, though. That's the only problem. I have another microphone, but it's USB. It's not XLR or whatever this is. So I'd have to record from two different channels. I don't know. I mean, there's two different channels in the audio interface, but they're both XLR. Is that the right word? Is this an XLR cable? I don't know. You can't record one in USB and one in XLR. You got to do both or the other, you know? Both or the other. You got to do both of the same thing at once. That's just, as far as I know. I mean, I'm sure there's obviously a way. There's got to be a way to do it. Why am I talking about this? This is not what a podcast... You're not supposed to talk about this shit on a podcast because no one cares. Okay? No one watches this shit, and it's because you talk about the stuff that no one cares about. Listen, everyone. There's been a conundrum on YouTube. As always, am I right? If you haven't been paying attention, or if you just don't know who either of these two people are, then, if that's the case, then you obviously aren't a valued member of the YouTube community. which isn't saying you're a bad person. It's just saying you're not part of the community. I guess I shouldn't have put, like, you're not a valid component. Well, you're not. You just go to YouTube casually for whatever. You don't know what's going on in the inner workings of it, but I do. Okay? And so, the dust, dude. It's insane. I'm so sick of dust. It's never ending. Because I'm only in this room when I'm recording an episode, which is a lot less lately than I should be, and I don't know why that is. I have no idea why that is. You see, I'm filming the time I'm filming right now is the perfect time for me. It's when I've been up for most of the day already. I'm feeling a little bit goofy. You know? A little goofy? A little goof in my spoof? I don't even know what the fuck I was trying to say. What were we talking about? I got distracted by the dust. What was I talking about? I was leading up. Good thing I got the card here. You can't see what it is, but you'll find out anyway because we'll talk about it. I hear cops. I hear the ambulance. Over the past month or so, there's been 3 different occasions where the entire police and fire truck brigade drove down my street with their lights on and their sirens on and their horns blaring because they want to celebrate the children's birthdays. And there was a graduation ceremony that way. Alright? Why did I say that? It's because we're still in COVID-19. Now listen, people. I'm not shitting on children's birthday parties, okay? I understand they can't have birthday parties, so we gotta give them something, right? Something to make them feel good. Okay, give the children something to make them feel good. I get it. It's fine. Whatever. But you know what? I'm getting real fucking sick of listening to these goddamn sirens go down my goddamn street. I want to kill them. No, I don't. Nah, it's all right. I don't like it. It gets a little bit overused when they start putting adults' birthdays into the mix as well. So you got these adults who are like, I like the fire trucks. Give me some fire trucks for my birthday. Then it's like, okay, I think we can use these fucking trucks for something better than celebrating some fucking 40-year-old woman's birthday. I was going to say something, but I figured I might not say it. I was going to refer to this 40-year-old woman as something, but I stopped myself in time before I said it. Because if I would have said it, the internet's so goddamn sensitive that it can literally just fucking destroy your whatever it is you're doing. If it's your career, your platform, it can crumble into literally nothing if you're not careful about the way you say things. And people will say, well, we need to fight against that. And okay, yeah, we need to make sure this bullshit doesn't happen. We don't want people to get canceled for stupid shit anymore. I get it. I should speak the way I want to speak, right? Okay. I agree. Let's do it. But here's the problem. I'm a nobody. I'm rising up right now. And I'm at the fucking bottom of the barrel. Literally, everyone else is above me. Alright? The only thing I have over the other people at the bottom of the barrel is the fact that I've been consistently uploading for a few years now. And I've figured out what it is I'm targeting and zoning in on. But as for right now, I'm still with everyone at the bottom of the barrel. Whoever else is at the bottom of the barrel, I'm at the bottom of the barrel too. Okay? It's like layers of sediment and shit. Alright? I'm like a big fucking boulder at the bottom of the barrel. Not even a big boulder, like a small pebble. that will never float. At least not yet, anyway. And then eventually I'll get grinded up into some sandy material, and I'll level my way up a bit more onto the rocks, and then I'll, liquefy myself, turn into, I don't know, a heavy fluid. And then I'm at the bottom still, but at least I'm above the sand. And then I turn into something else, like a little bit of water. Float above that, and then I turn into oil eventually, and I'm at the top, Like where PewDiePie is. I'm not going to get there, though. Not going to get... See, this is why I love filming at this time of day. Because I can sit here, and I can ramble about nothing. And it feels good. And I can do it easily, because I got nothing to worry about. When I film at the other part of the day, I got leading forward, a few hours ahead of when I record in the day. I gotta be like, okay, I'm about to go to work. I gotta make sure that I record within this window, so that I don't, miss work or whatever. And I gotta focus. So the podcast is not smooth. It's not genuine. Well, it's always genuine. Trust me. There's nothing I hate more than disingenuous fucking people. So yeah, I film at a good time. Now, earlier I was trying to transition into the first topic on the card here, but we went way off the rails as soon as I saw the dust on the audio interface over here. It took me on this path that we have led ourselves to, and now we're going to go back. We're going to go back right now, and I'm going to discuss the first topic at hand, because we were talking about YouTube, right? Remember that? Remember I mentioned YouTube? There might be the odd few. At whatever point you're watching this where there's actually viewers, you might be the odd few that are screaming at their screen right now saying, oh my God, this guy is more distracted than I don't know what. I can't think of anything. And yes, I do get distracted, but that's why I have the card. So I can come back, okay? So I could ramble on for 20 more minutes if I wanted to. This is my shit. But I'll always come back. I'll always come back to the goddamn topic at hand. Okay? Because this is all that matters. Because I planned it out beforehand. So if I ramble on and I come to a new topic, and then I try to ramble on some more, and then I try to go back to that new topic that I forgot about, and I forget about it, and I never bring it up, it doesn't matter. Because I'll just come back to this. None of that needed to be said. But you know what? This is my shit. So I'm going to say it anyway. I'm going to say whatever comes to my brain. I hate you all. Oh my God. Can we just get into it, please? Please. I'm pissing myself off. Okay, here's the first topic. I'm not even going to transition. I'm just going to tell you. This is the first goddamn topic. All right? On YouTube, there's two individuals. Okay? We've got Ethan Klein from H3H3 Productions. And we got DJ... What the hell's his first name? Daniel Keemstar. All right? Or I guess Daniel Keem is his real name. Two sides of a coin. Very different people. And I'm not going to explain who they are. I've already went through the whole rigmarole of who H3H3 is and Keemstar. If you don't know, you can figure that shit out for yourself. Anyway, they're in a feud right now, if you don't know, but that's what's happening. Really pushed forward into the center by Ethan Klein from H3. They've been beefing. These two guys have been in a big old beef for years. But it was really recently that Ethan decided to put out this video titled Content Nuke. Obviously a play on Content Cop, iDubbbz, original series, which was fucking awesome. That'll go down in YouTube history for sure. Goddamn Content Cop. But that no longer exists. So, yeah. Ethan puts out this video called Content Nuke where he just... It's like a 40-minute video of him covering his side of the story and how he feels about Keemstar, and he points out a lot of negative things about Keemstar. Keemstar replies with his own video, okay? But not before Ethan already put out a second video, okay? So Ethan put out the Content Nuke, and then he put out another part 2 of the Content Nuke, and then Keemstar revealed. Oh, wait, how did it go? It went... yeah. Right? Ethan put out the first 2, and then Keemstar put out his. And then Keemstar put out his part 2 or something. Or no. Ethan put out his first. Then Keemstar put out his, and then Ethan put out his part 2, and then Keemstar took a few more days to put out his part 2. And in Keemstar's part 2, he says, I'm done. This is the last video I'm going to make about this. We have to stop this. This is insane. But Ethan just recently put out, where is it here? A part 3. Nuclear Winter is coming. Now, I haven't even watched this yet because it literally just came out before I was recording this. And let me tell you something. Now, you need to watch all these videos in order to follow what I'm about to say. Because I'm not going to go over it. You just need to watch it for yourself. Or don't. I don't care. But you're not going to follow what I'm saying here. So, Ethan... Oh, man. I mean, like, I'm a huge fan of Ethan Klein and H3 and their podcast, and always have been. And I've always been under the impression that Keemstar is not really a loyal dude. I don't know if loyal's the right word, but he's not like he was never really someone I thought was interpreted as, you know, a good individual. Like, he wasn't bad, but he just wasn't, he didn't tell the truth ever in his videos. You know, that was my impression of him. The first time I discovered Keemstar was in 2016 when Keemstar completely revealed and ambushed Toby Turner. Ambushed is not the right word. Keemstar he just revealed the story that that was her name, Amber or something. She was she put out this fucking Me Too claim that Toby, sexually assaulted her or raped her or something on those means, and it just completely destroyed Tobuscus. And that was like the first real moment of this sort of thing happening that I could remember. One of the first. It was like right after the adpocalypse or right during it, or it might have been right before, but it was right around that time. Like, things were just changing on YouTube. And that's when I discovered Keemstar, because he brought that story out front. You search for the Tobuscus, controversy. Keemstar's video was the first to pop up. So that's how I discovered him. And I don't know, dude, it just kept going on from there, and Keemstar was getting more popular from there on. And then the Content Cop came out about him. But anyway, I just see Ethan, and Ethan's been taking these risks since the dawn of his YouTube career. I mean, the guy is always in a situation that can get him in trouble or whatever, but he always keeps going, and usually he comes out on top. Pretty well almost always. He's even been sued by another YouTuber, and he won. And so he puts out this video about Keemstar, and a lot of it is just... It's questionable because I feel like Keem did a pretty decent job of, and I hate that I'm saying this, but Keemstar did, he did an alright job at defending himself. They both have valid arguments about each other, but they also both have lies about each other. And so none of it's genuine, really. And it just gets to a point where you're wondering if this is just happening for a financial gain, because they're making a lot of money off this. I don't know, dude. I just don't think Ethan should have made any of these videos. When you really get to see both sides of the story, it's I'm like too baked right now. I had this kind of planned out a bit better of how I was going to approach this topic, but my mind's jumbling jamblings all over the place right now. So, you don't get exactly what I might have been going for, okay? But you get the main message. I don't think Ethan should have done this. And again, like, I hate that I'm saying this, but I like Keemstar's response. I'm not saying I agree with it or any of his shit is true. I'm just saying I feel like he's approaching it in a fair manner. Sort of. Some of his stuff is still questionable, but some of Ethan's stuff is questionable. I don't know. And Keem put out this video earlier, or this isn't it. This is the thumbnail from the response video, but this Twitter video. I don't know if I'm going to play the whole thing.
Ethan! Klein! Okay, enough is it. First of all, this new video is absolute trash. What's next? You gonna come and bring on like the kid I got into a fight with in the 5th grade? Is he coming up with his story? How Keemstar's a horrible dude? Look, enough is enough, okay? You're old, okay? I'm old. We're old. Both of us are completely out of shape, all right? But there's one thing that's in common with us. We're both petty and we're both revengeful. And this is never gonna end. You know it and I know it. We're gonna hate each other until the end of time. Let's turn this into something good, okay? Let's get in shape and let's get in a goddamn ring. I don't even care if I lose. I just wanna hit you.
Okay, that's kind of it. So, like, you might be saying, oh, he's just saying this because he wants to get out of it because he's scared that people are going to realize what Ethan said was true. You can interpret it that way. Or you can just take him as is, and if he is being honest here, it's an alright response. And he's right, it will go on forever. Because they both have this type of personality where this kind of shit is just going to go on. And he does progress into saying they are making a lot of money on this. He says $5 million each. There's no way. There's no way they're going to make that much. Well, I don't know. What do I know? They might. I'm sure they're definitely not going to make a little bit of money. And then when he brought that up, it just kind of made me think, well, what if this is exactly what they're doing? And Keemstar is just calling it out. Because he wants to make it seem like that's not why they're doing it. I don't know. And of course, Ethan responds. And then Keemstar responds. It's just a constant back and forth. I'm super baked. Are you baked? Did you bake a cake? 'Cause I sure did. Excuse me while I have a sip of water. Now, I can't show that yet. But you probably already saw it. Yeah, man. I'm going to zoom into this for a second because I need to see something. So I bought an automaton Okay? You've seen these on the internet, right? And I was streaming with a friend the other day on Discord, and I tried... Well, I wasn't streaming. I was, we were just, video chatting and playing video games. But we weren't streaming. We were just playing. Anyway, so I was trying to show him, how this thing sounded with this microphone. And it wouldn't pick up the electronic sound. So it didn't work. He couldn't hear a damn thing. Because it only picks up human voice. It doesn't pick up electronic sounds for some reason. So I want to play this into the microphone and see if it picks up this way. It looks like it is picking it up. But who knows? Maybe it's just showing the waveform and I won't be able to hear it. I don't know. But Discord does that for a reason, I bet. So it might not be the microphone, it's the application. The application doesn't want you picking up digital sounds through a speaker because the whole idea of it is to talk to one another. So if you're not wearing headphones and you don't want the other person to hear their own voice, you block out that digital signal. Is that why? I don't know. You give me gravy, I'll tell you. I often wonder how long YouTube's gonna last. Is it gonna last forever? Is some big conglomerate gonna take over? And you might be saying to yourself, no one's competing with YouTube right now, and there is, but no one's as big as YouTube, okay? You might say that, but let me throw something at you. Spotify, okay? Have you thought about Spotify? How about the fact that Joe Rogan just signed a $100 million deal with Spotify so that his podcast is exclusively available on Spotify starting September? Even the video element. Now, if you were to compare any sort of, media platform to YouTube, you couldn't compare anything because nothing does what YouTube does as good as YouTube does it. And as massive as YouTube is, there's no one other than Spotify. Now, since the dawn of Spotify's creation, it's only been audio-formed content. Yeah, they recently have like little GIFs you can, upload to your song. But other than that, it's just been audio, right? Audio podcasts and songs. And stories, probably. I don't know. But now they're bringing the video element in. Joe Rogan's introducing that to Spotify. So then you gotta think, okay, now there's another place where I can get my video content and my music and my podcasts or whatever. I can get it all on Spotify, and there's less guidelines and restrictions. So now it's kind of like we're back in the good old days, in the Wild Wild West on Spotify. We can now express ourselves the way we want to express ourselves like we used to on YouTube without getting blocked or copyright claimed or age restricted, all that garbage that we don't want. We don't have to experience it on Spotify. Right? Because it's a paid for platform, okay? That makes it a little less more appealing than YouTube, But you get so much more benefits from Spotify. A lot of people are hating on Joe Rogan for switching exclusively to Spotify. And you know what? There wasn't even a second where I thought that was a bad move. Now, if you know me, you know I love YouTube. Okay? I have loved YouTube since the dawn of YouTube's existence. I've been on YouTube since 2007. I've been uploading since 2007. Although my original channel got deleted, but that's a whole other story. So, you know, you might be curious as to why I would be okay with Joe exclusively going to Spotify. And I'm sure you know I'm also a fan of Joe Rogan, a big time fan. And you know what? I'm totally fine with him going to Spotify because I have a Spotify account, for one, and for two, you know, I'm actually, as everyone, I'm not liking the direction YouTube is going. They have so many restrictions and guidelines. It just makes it not fun sometimes. Because you got to dance around all these goddamn restrictions. And it lessens the video. People have to, you know, not be themselves. They have to change the way they do things just to fit the guidelines of what YouTube wants. Because if they don't, they'll get demonetized or they'll get blocked. And so to see Joe Rogan on a platform that's going to allow him to do all those things, it's just going to make the podcast better and more enjoyable to watch. So because I have a Spotify account, you know, I'm just able to jump right into it. It's just an easy switch from YouTube to Spotify. Both applications, both YouTube and Spotify, are available in the same, you know, on the same devices. I usually watch YouTube on my PlayStation on my TV, and I can do that. There's a Spotify app on PlayStation. I can use that, you know, on your computer, wherever. So it's not a big deal to me. It's just like another channel to watch. And I can understand why people would be pissed off if they don't have a Spotify account and they love Joe Rogan. Because now they're like, okay, what am I going to do? Get a Spotify subscription just for Joe Rogan? No thanks. And I totally understand that. But this is a step in a new direction. There's going to be a point where everyone's going to have a Spotify subscription because that's where everyone's going to go. I have a strange feeling in my stomach, just from what I've seen in the past, that Spotify is going to be YouTube's immediate competition. And it's going to get to a point where Spotify is going to be as big or even bigger than YouTube is right now. And we're going to see people move from YouTube to Spotify. And we're going to see Spotify completely dominate. Okay? And then some other large, you know, platform is going to rise up. And there's going to be more competition. And YouTube's going to get slowly pushed away like Facebook is right now. And as sad as that is to see, I've learned to just accept that. Because this happens. And it will always happen throughout history and the future. So, I think we need to embrace Spotify at this point. Because there's only going to be good things that come from this. We're not going to have... YouTube's heading in such a wrong direction right now that there's no way they're just going to turn around and head back. unless they really feel threatened by Spotify. And so, because of Spotify's rise, YouTube's going to see this, okay? And hopefully that means YouTube will change their ways. Hopefully that means YouTube will smarten up and realize that they have this direct competitor now. And if they don't fix their standards, everyone's going to leave, including me. And I never thought I would ever say that. But, obviously for now, YouTube's my guy, But I don't know, dude. It's the way it's going. Yeah, this is the tweet here. Announcement. The podcast is moving to Spotify. Starting on September 1st, the podcast will be available on Spotify as well as all platforms. Oh, yeah. And then at the end of the year, it will move exclusively to Spotify. And in the last few episodes of his podcast, he did an intro of him saying this exact thing as well. So everyone's hating on him. Not everyone, but a lot of people. But not me. If I was younger, yeah, I'd be hating on him hardcore. But we've experienced this before. When you go through it, you understand why these things happen. Okay? It was the same sort of ordeal when YouTube was sold to Google. Things changed dramatically. And I don't even remember exactly what it was, because that's what we're used to now. And that's another thing. People are going to get used to watching or listening. Sorry, my jaw is I don't know. I got to stretch it. People are going to get used to watching Joe Rogan or listening to Joe Rogan on Spotify, and it's going to become the normal to the point where you're not even going to remember that Joe was only on YouTube. Because right now he's only on YouTube. Well, and you can get him on Google Music and a few other places, but not at all on Spotify. I think you could probably get him on everywhere but Spotify right now. I don't know. I might be lying about that. This is just this is like a revolutionary moment in the podcasting world. People will forever remember this. And of course, everyone's saying he's doing it for the money. But no, the money's just an added bonus. I think this might make him more money than YouTube ever would have. And it's going to give him more freedom. He just wins all the way, all ways. All the ways around. He wins. He's a winner. Now, let's get into some fun here, folks. Enough serious talk. We've been going for 39 minutes. Let's do something fun, shall we? We're going to do some tick-tocks, motherfuckers. Tick-tock on my cock. Sucking balls on my cock. Sucking ball on my cock. Don't sing that song. Please don't sing that song. Don't touch that button. Don't touch those buttons. You're gonna stop the fucking stream. Oh my god, I almost fucking stopped the whole recording. Could you imagine? Oh, that stinks. It smells like garb. It smells like a bunch of garb. Did you guys also notice, I'm sure you have, pretty well all my episodes, the edge of my laptop was in frame? Like pretty well every episode. And I did that on purpose because I wanted, I like people to know that there's a laptop I'm using. I don't know why. I just thought it looked good. But it got to a point when I changed this set around and everything that I could only show the corner of my laptop rather than like the whole thing. And so it's been the corner of my laptop forever now, and I never really paid attention to it. until recently when I watched an episode and I just couldn't stop focusing on it. I was like, this looks so stupid and asymmetrical. Wait a minute. You can. Is that? That is it. And you can see the edge of the... God damn it, dude. Do I gotta zoom in some more? Yeah, well, but then... Man. Is that something? What is that? Whatever. I mean, is that really a big deal? You can't even really tell. And the piano, or the keyboard, I keep calling it a piano. I know it's not a piano. Okay, it's a keyboard, but I just... Did you hear that? Smashed. I just smashed a glass. It was empty, but it's there's glass. I'm not gonna clean up right now though. Like, I can't just stop a podcast to clean up some glass. That's kind of dumb. You don't do that. But what you do is you go home after work, you sit on your couch, on your fat ass, you turn the TV on. How many of you people still have, like, satellite, digital cable, all that bullshit? Do you still have that? Let's sit back and relax. Do you still have that shit? Because I don't, and I haven't for years. And I don't want it. I wanted it as a child because that's all there was, okay? We have the internet, people. You don't need television, okay? Why pay for these stupid channels that you're never going to watch when you can literally find whatever show it is you specifically want to watch on the internet? Okay? Pay for a Netflix subscription. Pay for Crackle, Amazon Prime. It's like $8 a month. You get unlimited access to whatever the fuck you want. The good shit. The specific shit that you're looking for. And if they don't specifically have what you're looking for, buy it on iTunes. And then you have it forever. And if you don't like it, you can return it after a certain period of time. Okay? But what happened, you see? And also the shitty thing about goddamn digital cable and satellite and all that crap is you get like 6 30-second commercials 2 to 3 times within one show. Maybe even 4 times. Because it's before the show starts. It's twice in the middle. Or can be twice in the middle. And then once at the end. But you don't have to watch the ones at the end. Because the show's over. But if you're wanting to watch whatever's next, you gotta watch what's before or after. Whatever. Lots of commercials, and they're all garbage. They're all garbage. Well, they're not all garbage. There's the odd one that's good. And usually the only good ones you'll ever see is during the Super Bowl. Okay? And you might be saying that too. You're like, I want my sports channels. Can you not access the live sporting events on like ESPN or some shit? Okay, and if you're just using it for sports, and if you can only get sports and nothing else, then I'm cool with that. I'm fine with that. I just don't like the fact that you gotta buy this bundle package that includes like 50 channels that you're not interested in at all. You know? And you have to watch stupid commercials like this shit. Let me show you this here.
Okay, I never understood the logic behind this commercial. She knows it's a fortune teller. She walks in.
Please. Do you want me to tell you your future?
Look what she says.
No thanks. I choose my own destiny.
What?
Hi, can I take your order? No thanks. I cook my own dinner. Go get shampooed, I'll be with you in 5 minutes. No thanks. I cut my own hair. Is this? He made an appointment. So I'm gonna prescribe you with 20 milligrams of. No thanks. I self-medicate.
Da. Right? Am I right? This guy knows what's up. Michael Eid. Okay? Go follow him on the Grom. No, he's only on TikTok. I'm sure he's on Instagram too. We haven't done a fucking soundbite at all.
Carol fucking basket.
Why haven't we?
It's been.
I am hungry. I wish I had some pizza. I had this friend once who really liked pizza. I mean, we all really liked pizza. I still really like pizza. I just like saying pizza. Pizza pie. Anyway, I had this friend who really, really liked pizza. Like, he liked it more than your average person. He liked pizza so much that if you just mentioned pizza, he would literally, like, come in his pants and get really excited. He would be jumping up and down. Now, when the pizza actually showed up in front of him, it was like fucking he won the lottery or something. He went absolutely bonkers. He just loved pizza. All right? It was really annoying. We were like, what age would we be? 6, 7? Wow. God damn it. I miss being a child. Anyway. And his mother was like, let's order some pizza. Maybe. Like, she wasn't totally set on it. And he went insane. He was like, he needed this pizza, And he would get on the table and he would sing. He just started singing the song that went like this. Pizza, I want my pizza. Pizza, I want my pizza. And he started taking his clothes off and he would continue to sing that song. I don't know why, but it was really funny. It probably would still be funny. That's pretty complex comedy for a 7-year-old. Anyways, Mom started laughing. I started laughing. And we got pizza. So, in the end, it was worth it. That wasn't what I was supposed to talk about. I was supposed to talk about something else so I could transition into this next fucking TikTok. Jesus Christ. Use your brain. The next TikTok. So now I gotta talk some more before we get into the next TikTok. I'm sorry. Whatever. You're here to listen to me speak anyway. So what am I apologizing about? There's nothing I enjoy more. There's a lot of things I enjoy. Like when food falls on the floor. Fuck, that's funny. Sometimes when people get hurt, it's really funny. Sometimes it's not. But what's really funny is when people are getting fucked with, but they have no idea who's fucking with them or where it's coming from. And I'm the kind of person who fucks with people, and I'll never tell them it was me, and they'll never know it was me. There's just some sad... This is some, like, psychopath shit, but, like, I don't know. There's just something satisfying about fucking with someone and they just never know how or who or why. And you never tell them. You never tell anyone. That's just your own little gift you get to keep inside. This guy really represents what I'm talking about, except for the fact that he, recorded it and uploaded it to TikTok. So he's not really keeping this to himself. But this could have been, if he didn't record it, we would just not know about it. So for those listening, I didn't explain the last one, but I didn't have to.
Get in the shade, bitch. Get in the shade, bitch. You out for some sun? Not today, you ain't.
So there's this guy in the crane. There's a guy in a crane, and he's the one filming. And there's like a shadow cast from the crane down below onto like this patio of where the apartments are, and this girl's out on her beach chair getting some sun, and he's just moving the crane around so that the shadow is directly on this woman, so she doesn't get any sunlight. And she moved to another chair, and he moved the fucking crane over some more, so the shadow moved over there to that chair. The guy seems like a real douchebag because he's listening to Nickelback, and he's got this stupid maniacal laugh. Plus, he's actually, not really doing his job right now. He's more concerned about putting this girl in the shade, which is harmless and funny. But I don't trust people who listen to Nickelback. I don't trust them. And I used to like Nickelback. They're alright. But I don't trust you if you listen to Nickelback. I live in a town not too far away from where Nickelback grew up. Okay? And they shot the music video for Photograph in that town. Okay? So if you want to do some research and be like, he's close to here? Then where could he live? I'll tell you this. I'm close, but I'm not that close. So you can figure it out. Do some fingering, and you'll figure it out. I have this dog. Oliver, stop it. Stop that. Come here. Come here. Ouch. Okay, take a look at this dog. Turn around. No, you gotta face the camera, Ooble. Okay? You see his face? He's got that ugly face, right? With those Chihuahua eyes, because he's half Chihuahua, half rat terrier. So he's got like big beady eyes. So when he stares at you, which is often, he loves to stare at people. He'll stare at you for an hour if he really feels like it. He will just stare. And when he stares, sometimes it just looks like he's absolutely frightened because he shakes a lot because he's cold and he's got no fat on him and he's tiny. So he'll shake and he'll stare with his eyes wide open right at your face, and it's a little creepy. But it can also be interpreted as like, just like an absolutely terrified dog. And when that happens, you can make a funny little story out of the situation, and it works. They have so much expression in their face.
Dear Diary, the squirrel was back again today. It mocks me. I will try and release my mind from this torment and groom myself for 4 hours.
Hey, yeah, that's a good representation of Ooble right there. This is Ooble. His name's Oliver. It's evolved over time, It starts at Oliver, and then it's Olive, and then it's Orville, and Redenbacher, Obel, Oblong. What else was there? I don't know. Anyway, it evolved into Ooble. That's what he is now. His breath stinks. It's the worst smell. If you want to puke, just smell Oliver's breath. Like, he's staring at me right now. And when I look at him, he looks away. No, never mind. He's just going to continue to stare. What are you looking at? And if I do that, he'll shake even more. Oh, he heard another dog. So he looked away. Mama! Ooh. Olive stares, but do you stare? Those who stare are rude. I don't like being stared at, and I don't like staring. I make a conscious effort to not stare, even if the person doesn't know I'm staring at them, because it's just uncomfortable and awkward for the other person. And so many people fucking love to stare, especially in small towns. God, you can't go anywhere without someone staring at you. You can't go for a walk. You can't even drive in your vehicle and pass another vehicle without someone staring at you. And it's annoying and it's uncomfortable. But if sometimes it's appropriate to stare. Sometimes you kind of just have to stare, because what you're looking at is very out of the ordinary and very either amusing or appealing. And so when you do find yourself in those situations where you have to stare, sometimes you just gotta whip out the phone and record as well. And this just happens to be one of those times. Very good. Okay, an oblivious dad. There's nothing better than an oblivious dad. See, he had no idea he was being recorded or even looked at. And you might be saying that might have been staged. It might have been, but there's multiple videos of this guy just eating lettuce. And you might be saying, oh, now it's definitely staged. But it's not. It's this guy's dad. That's what he does. He eats lettuce. He just likes lettuce. And he generally eats it like this. And it could be staged. It could be, but it just seems pretty genuine. Anyway, for those who are listening, this guy is recording his dad just like sitting down in front of his computer desk. He was like on his phone, then he hung up. And he just grabs like this big leaf of romaine lettuce, and from top to bottom, each chomp he stuffs it a little deeper into his mouth, like a fucking rabbit or a hamster or something. The whole piece of lettuce is gone in like a few seconds. It's just a strange way to see someone eat. It's strange to see someone just straight up eat lettuce as it is, let alone eat the whole thing like a fucking wood chipper in a matter of a few seconds. I like the crunch. The crunch was nice. Yeah. If you're in a small town, you can attest to the fact that everyone likes to stare. Old or young. Especially the old, though. God damn it, old people cannot have anyone around them without them having to look at them for at least 5 seconds. Or at least until the point where the other person makes eye contact and they continue to stare for another 3 seconds. And if that other person continues to stare, then that old person will give a little smile, maybe a little wave. And you might be saying they're just being nice. It's like, yeah. Don't be nice. Just don't stare. Don't wave hello unless you know me. Don't think that because you smiled and waved at me that that's going to allow me to accept the fact that you've just been staring at me for 7 seconds. That doesn't make it right. I don't want to be stared at, old person. And you should know that. Unless they just do know that and they really don't care. Because they know when you get to their age, you're not going to care either. I don't know. Generally, old people are good, but sometimes they can be not so good. Like when now this is rare, but you get the odd old person. This is very rare. I shouldn't just classify the old people, but the people who feel like they're above everyone else because they have some sort of disability or they have some sort of contraption, whether that's a mobility scooter or something of that means. When people have those devices or pieces of equipment, or people with handicap parking, whatever, sometimes those people feel like they're above you on all levels and that you need to give them priority no matter what, and if you don't, they're just going to freak out and lose their mind because they've been so used to constantly just having people move to the side for them. And in most situations, yes, but there's certain situations where it's like, no, you're wrong. Yeah, what's that girl's name? Mobility Mary? That fucking girl who went viral on the internet in her mobility scooter. And of course, Ethan Klein, H3, covered her, and he covers her a lot. He even bought his own fucking mobility scooter just to goof on it. And every time I see her, I'm just like, yeah, we should not be promoting this kind of behavior. She is the worst. The absolute worst. And if you haven't seen her, go watch her. But this next TikTok reminds me of exactly what I'm talking about here. Because I've seen this sort of thing before where people have these miniature cars that only go about maybe 20 to 30 kilometers an hour. I don't even know if they go that fast. But they'll drive them on the road like they're an actual car. They're super tiny. You can fit one person in them. They're basically a glorified scooter with a full shell, like a car. It's like something straight out of a cartoon. Okay, and so this person is driving around in traffic like it's a car, and some stuff happens.
She's not gonna dart this fucking thing. What is that? It's got a Ferrari sticker on it.
Oh yeah. See, if you're gonna drive in the road, if you're gonna think you're a goddamn car, in your little mobility car, you gotta follow the rules. This person was texting and driving or something. Or I think the guy said he's rolling a dart or something. Anyway, and he flipped her. He fucking rolled her. Go check out Luke Perry if you want to see the original. My grandma once told me I'm a Mexican, but I didn't believe her. She told me I was Mexican and I didn't believe her. You know I like nostalgia, don't you? No, you don't, because no one watches this shit. But if you did know me, you would know that I like nostalgia. And what I like specifically about nostalgia is the old TV shows that I used to watch growing up. And I discovered this fucking TikTok channel where this guy lists off so many old school Canadian TV shows that we forgot existed. And when I say you forgot they existed, when you hear him list off these fucking TV shows, your mind is going to be blown because it's going to bring back these memories. If you're my age, it's going to bring back, and if you were Canadian, it's going to bring back these memories where you're just going to be like, oh my fucking God, how did I forget about this? Now, this is just one video clip. This is just one example. He has at least 20 of these bad boys, and I was hooked immediately. He says the exact same shit in every single video, which is super annoying. He's just like, oh my God, I forgot this existed. It blew my mind as soon as I discovered it was real. I thought it was a dream. He says that in every single one. But let me just, if you're my age, you're Canadian and used to watch YTV and whatnot, and Treehouse, you're going to watch this clip and you're going to shit your pants. And then you're going to go to this guy's fucking TikTok channel and you're going to shit your pants even more.
Joe, 5 Canadian kid shows buried deep in your mind, part 9. Number 5, Crazy Quilt. Not much to say other than that I love this show as a kid. Aside
right?
From that, I had forgotten its very existence until recently. I'll rate this half on the Fever Dream scale at a 5 out of 10. Number 4, Fly Tales. This one right here. This is a big fever dream. Look deep into his eyes. Can you believe it, dude? You know him. He probably knows you too. This is a lot higher at an 8 out of 10 on the Fever Dream scale. Number 3, Tree Town.
Come on.
I see it again, I remember it. Am I wishing I didn't
Tree
remember
Town?
it? Saying yes is probably the simplest way to answer that.
Oscar Plunky?
GBs. This do be kind of creepy though. 9 out of 10 Fever Dream for sure. Number 2, Elliot Moose. Elliot Moose
is on the loose.
These videos are opening a ton of locked doors. Not only
Come on,
but like boarded over with don't open.
I'm gonna poop.
Spray painted on that said door. 9 out of 10 Fever Dream. Number 1, Mumble Bumble.
Oh my God, Mumble Bumble! I didn't even remember the name of the show.
Isn't waiting for me on the other side. Where did the show?
But I remember those characters.
I've watched it a million times, but like, yeah, 10 out of 10. Mumble Bumble is
what
the
else you got?
Of Fever Dream.
Follow for part 10.
That's it.
Now that's nostalgia.
See, follow for part 10. And look at his fucking thumbnail, dude. It's that guy, that girl, that green piece of shit. You know, he mentions her in an episode of his fucking TikTok thing he's got going on. If you want your mind to be blown, go to this guy's channel and literally shit your pants. Because if you didn't shit your pants after that, then forget it. Because I shit my pants when I saw that. I shit you not. I shit my pants. I ran to the bathroom, took my phone with me, and I continued to shit as I watched his videos. Cleaned my system right out. I got one more. This is the last one. We're just gonna play it. Pretty cool, huh? Pretty cool, huh? That was a good one. Audio listeners, you're not going to know what that is unless you watch this episode. Don't listen to it, watch it. Well, that's it for this episode of the Dynamite Gizmo podcast. I hope you enjoyed it. Hope to see you in the next one. Please like, comment, subscribe. Fondle that bell notification. Really finger it like it's one of your own. No, you don't want to finger one of your own. You want to finger your own significant other or touch them. Just, you know what? Forget the bell notification. I just hope to see you in the next one. Please like, comment, subscribe. You know, I already said that. I don't need to say it again. Yeah, that's it. Bye-bye, everyone. Bye.